My pleasure to introduce you one of the new sustainability pathways projects in the Belmont Forum, developing resilient African cities and their urban environment, facing the provision of essential urban sustainable development goals. As you can see from our map, we developed a transcontinental partnership between US, Germany, and 3 African countries, Ghana, Uganda, and South Africa. The mission and the vision that we have is to use this transcontinental partnership to promote a sustainable development, particularly of informal settlements in African megacities, to ensure a good quality of life. As you can see, we have quite some human capacities behind. At a glance, we are 12 partners, 6 from Germany, Martin Luther University in Halle, University of Würzburg, Universities of Bonn and Passau, the Helmholtz Center for Environmental Research, PI Solution. We have 2 partners in US, the City University of New York and Delaware State University, 2 partners in Ghana, the University of Cape Coast and University of Ghana, 1 partner in Uganda, Makerere University, and 1 partner in South Africa, the Western Cape University. And what we want to do is to use a kind of front-runner follower approach to learn from South Africa how community-based sustainable development of informal settlements is going. It's my pleasure now to introduce you Professor Henry Bully from the City University of New York, considering the approach we want to implement.
Thank you, Professor Christian First. What I want to share with you is our implementation strategy. As Professor First have mentioned, we're going to use this collaborative approach, and we're going to use a community-based adaptation. Look at what is going on in the communities that we are the target communities, and then the ecosystem-based adaptation, looking at some of the problems that they are facing, the water dimension, the health and sanitation component. And what we're going to do with that is, within the context of public participation, we're going to use this design charrette approach to planning. In doing so, we're going to have the experiential knowledge, that is the experiences of the people who live in these communities, especially in South Africa, in Cape Town. Now, having done that, we're going to also take into consideration the expert knowledge, that is the expertise, what the experts are thinking about adaptation, especially in the world of climate change. Doing that, having partners from US, from Europe, and then with our colleagues in Africa, we're hoping that this transactive planning approach is going to help come up with processes to adapt and correct this informal settlement. Now, at this point, I'm going to hand over to Professor Yazidi Babatuze to talk about the expected outcomes of our project.
Thank you, Professor Henry. Africa is the fastest urbanizing continent, and therefore it's not accidental that the Dreams project is focusing on African cities. The outcomes of the Dreams project will showcase how improved planning and development of informal settlements can enhance sustainable urban growth in African countries. This fits well with the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 17 and SDG 11, which are focused on cities and sustainability. The Dreams project is planned to elicit impact at multiple levels, spanning science, policy, and practice. The impact of the Dreams project will reorient future development and implementation of spatial planning policies, plans, and strategies to address risks resulting from unsustainable land use practices in cities and their urban fringes. This includes providing policymakers with integrated urban development strategy as an instrument that supports prioritization of investments for slum upgrading in a holistic framework.
So thank you so much for your interest in our project. We hope to meet you again and hope that our dreams come true.